You know, how often in life do you get a chance to brag about family members that you love so much? How often in life do we take the time to even look at our family members and have gratitude for them? You know, they've been with us forever, right? Sometimes if we're 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years of age, we may have had brothers and sisters that are with us for as long as we're alive, or maybe a couple years younger, a couple years older, whatever it might be. But how many times do we really sit and think about how much we appreciate them? I'm going to share about my brother Terry today. Terry Essel is an amazing man. And before I go any further, I want to say this, is that if you have a lot of struggles with your siblings, first I want to let you know that I have a lot of compassion and empathy for you. And I'm sorry that you're going through that or have gone through that. And for those who have a decent relationship or a good relationship with your brothers and sisters, I mean, think about acknowledging them. Now, you don't have to do it publicly like I'm doing it, but you can do it in a letter to them, an email, a text, and just tell them things. Maybe you haven't told them in a long time, but you would love my brother Terry. He's so much like my dad. You know, when my dad was here, they're like spitting images of each other. You know, my brother is so handy around the house. My God, he could build a freaking home. He could probably do an addition on a home, and he could build out a basement, all that kind of stuff that I can't do any of. And that's what my dad was. You know, my dad was a DIY guy and always in the cellar working on a project, building an additional room for us because our homes were so tiny and all this kind of stuff, you know. And my brother could do that. My brother was an amazing athlete. Oh my God, you know, he didn't have the real interest in sports, but my Lord, was he an incredible athlete, and he could have been 10 times better than me if he wanted to pursue that. He didn't, but I'm just saying, my God, he was so much better. Just he was gifted. He was gifted, really gifted in the world of athletics, much more than I was. But he went in different directions, and he's extremely successful with an office supply and repair business. He has a great marriage with his wife, Paula. He takes care of himself physically. But then there's something else I want to tell you about my brother. You know, my mom especially raised us that when you see the homeless, you know, you acknowledge them and you send them love and, you know, give them $1 or $2 or whatever. My brother does that all the time. If there's a turtle crossing the road, my brother will stop the car and he's going to be the guy jumping out, grabbing the turtle and bringing it across, right? I mean, he has a heart of gold. He is, I can get emotional. Just how proud I am of him. And then the last thing I'm going to tell you about Terry Essel is that he was so devoted as a son to my mom and dad for his whole life. And the last 4 years, when it was so hard, and you know, they were both extremely ill, my mom dying of dementia, my dad dying of 1,000 different diseases, and you know, my brother just, I mean, went to town. He took elder care classes. Him and my sister learned about hospice, and they learned about dementia care, and you know, he organized 24/7 nursing and nursing help care for my mom and dad for the last 4 years of their life, so they didn't have to go into a nursing home. You know what I mean? The guy is amazing. I told him he needs to write a book on caregiving. I mean, he really does. How to organize a team and how to find the nurses and how to keep your sanity in the middle of all this, because it's a 24/7 thing for 4 years for my brother and my sister. Anyway, I'm going to stop right now. If you ever have a chance to meet Terry Essel, make sure you do. He will make you feel welcome. He will listen. He'll ask about you. He's an amazing human being and someone I am beyond proud to have as my brother. And if you have any kind of a decent relationship, let me repeat this again, with a brother or sister, let them know in specifics. And that's why I did all the specifics with my brother right now. Let your family member, maybe it's a mom or dad you want to do this with, but give them specifics about why they're so amazing. Don't just say, you know, you're just an amazing sister, thank you. You're just an amazing brother, thank you. I listed a bunch of specifics, because I want you to know about my brother. Even if you never meet him, I want you to know there's people like this in this world, because so many times all we hear about is the idiots in this world. He's a champion. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Have a beautiful day, and think about doing the same thing for your family. I'm David Essel.